Let's go. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure you hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Shout out to HTM Sports. They say it's a raid going on. What's happening? We appreciate all the love and support from HTM Sports and all the other people that's rocking with me in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mr. Michael Lockhart, the Lockhart Squad, Mr. Kelvin Hicks, Rodney Butler in the building, Tanisha Dixon Ford with the HTM Raid. Shout out to you, John McSwain in the building, Travis, Thomas A. Garrett with the HTM Raid, Joe Tranchina, Double R in the building, trapping with me, Miss Patrice Langford, Thomas A. Garrett. Everybody's rocking in the building this morning, man. We just trapping on a hump day. You already know it. Shout out to Mr. Danny Holmes with the HTM Raid, Miss Ella Lockhart, HTM Sports got the raid jumping. Choctaw Montana with the HTM Raid. Robert Garcia with the HTM Raid. Yes, sir. The pastor's office in the building. Michael Nelson in the building. Damn Dizzle. Let's get this trap jump around the corner, y'all. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. Shout out to Mr. Tyrone Church, Mr. Charlie Jones with the HTM Raid, T. Risberg Raid with HTM. I feel you, Mr. Buck Wayne, 49ers for life in the building. What's happening, sir? Big Dallas 8604, Miss Jackie Smith. Shout out to you, Action Pal, Mr. Wolf in the building. That's a gangster name right there. You belong in the trap, sir. You belong in the trap. Shout out to Miss Gina L. Chase in the building. You know we got that fried bologna in there for you, and we nefariously burning the edges. You understand? Shout out to Joshua Dantrell. He said Tuscaloosa, Alabama in here. Well, roll tide to you too, sir. Roll tide to you. Shout out to Derek Lynch in the building. Who else? Jose in the building, Dwayne Brown in the building with the HTM Raid, Ruben St. Hernandez, Brendan Dunson, and Mr. 5-time champ. Shout out to everybody rocking in the building. Let's get it. Y'all know what we gotta do first and foremost. We gotta make sure them haters doing the most, and that's hate, man. What they was put on God's green earth to do. Let's get these likes and shares up. Let's get it, y'all. We just trapping on a hump day. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, shout out to Lisa Carson sliding in for the win. John Garrett, John Gilbert, that is. King G in the building. Michael Nelson, James Simmons, Sir Lawrence McKinney, John Jones, Roger Atwood. Let's go. Let's get it. Hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. We hollering. Good deal now, yeah. Took my brother, that just made me go harder. Telling me, Jack, they get them likes and shares up, man. Let's beat up this algorithm. Let's beat up this algorithm. Shout out to Common Sense Lab, Wisdom, the guard in the building. Let's go. Let's go. We turned this morning, y'all. Every morning from here on out, we getting closer and closer to the season. That's why I'm in my bag right now. That's why we on top right now. You understand? J Word is sliding in. Mafia Mod sliding in. Let's go. Hey. Hey. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir. I promise. Make no mistake about it, man. Every single day that goes by from now on to the foreseeable future, we getting closer and closer and closer to the real NFL season. And I feel it coming. I feel it boiling in my veins. I just smell the pigskin flying through the air. I smell it. It's almost here, y'all. We done waited a long year, but we finally almost here. This been the longest off season in the world. But, you know, was that a bird or a plane, y'all? I'm not sure. Oh. It's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. Shout out to everybody rocking. Make sure you hit that like and share. Let's get it. Let's start this thing off right, man. Like I said yesterday, this is the end of the road. Alright. Y'all ain't no landlord had a little soprano in his blood. You understand? But let's get it. Big Mike Soprano. But, okay, Mr. Will Grier. I was very disappointed about Will Grier getting released, man, because I felt like, listen, this is why I'm not acting brand new. I want y'all to know this, because a lot of people jumping on the trend now because we seen Will Grier ball out last preseason game. I want you to know that landlord felt like when we brought in Will Grier, he was going to be better than Cooper Rush from the beginning, but he ended up getting hurt, and then it didn't work out that way. Cooper Rush ended up winning, so, you know. So if you go back, I'm probably going to try to find my receipts. But when Will Grier first got to this team, I felt like he would be a better quarterback than Cooper Rush. This is not me just saying, hey, he did good last preseason game and he better. No, I always felt this way. Cooper Rush just proved me wrong the last couple years. So let's just get that out the way. So Will Grier, I felt like he was a much more capable backup than Cooper Rush. He didn't get the proper opportunities at first because he got hurt. And he is a live wire. That man is risky. He is. That man is risky. So I'm not sitting up here acting like he's not the dollar store Romo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not acting like that. I'm not going to behave that way. He is the dollar store Romo. But from day one, I felt like he was going to come in and be better than Cooper Rush. It just didn't work out that way. Cooper Rush survived. He had 9 lives. Shout out to him. He did his job. He did his thing. But, so I'm not one of them brand new dudes who doing it off recency bias. I've been like that. So let's just get that understood. Okay, but I am pretty sad about Mr. Will Grier being taken off this team. He went and found him another opportunity. I'm happy for that. Hey, Dollar Store Romo was crazy when them was balls low key. Them was balls low key. Dollar Store Romo. That's exactly how he played. But yeah, man, let's just. But I was a little upset about Will Grier not being on this team no more. But I was also happy that he actually went and got him an opportunity over there behind Mr. Joe Burrow. So let's get into these roster cuts, man. It's the end of the road for all these young men right here. It wasn't that many surprises, being honestly, you know. You trash. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I don't want to be mean, but, you know, it wasn't many people on here we was just taken aback that didn't get the job, you know. It's maybe about 3 people that made us mad, that got us, you know, that grinded our gears. So let's see. All right. A lot of people, you know, I liked it, Jabril, but it ain't no surprise. Like, let's be honest now. It's no surprise. It is no surprise. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it was a surprise that Jabril Cox got cut. He got the blade. He got his head, he got taken to the sword like Game of Thrones. Shout out to Mafia Miles with the $5 super, man. I appreciate your love and support. He says, good grief. They going to put it in, make it on super size. It said, I told you they would keep Hunter. His skill set is too much of an asset to overlook. I don't know if y'all remember, but when we signed Hunter Luepke, I said he making the team. I said that day one. I said, oh, that dude making the team. When I seen that bonus they gave him, and then I seen the fact that we never had a fullback, and he was the only person who had this type of skill set that he had, I said day one he was going to make the team. But, you know, things changed with more information. I kind of got a little, you know what I'm saying? I got a little shaky with my take throughout the season, but from day one I said, oh, he gonna make the team. But I'm kind of happy he did, though, honestly. Like, that gives me hope that Mike McCarthy might use him as this, you know, Dallas Cowboy version of Kyle Juszczyk or somebody. So hopefully they get creative in that kind of aspect, in that kind of way. But out of Jabril Cox, I'm not surprised Jabril Cox got cut. I am not. Isaiah Lando, sir, somebody should be jailed by this. Trap. Somebody should do some time behind this right here, y'all. This is not right. Somebody need to answer me, you know. And the only reason I'm not gonna storm the Dallas Cowboys headquarters. The only reason I'm not going to get my men together and, grab our swords about this is because our defensive end group is pretty loaded. So I can't sit up here and act like we needed them. Isaiah Land is not a need, people. He's not. He was a want the whole time. Trap. I think Isaiah Land is a great player. Not great player, but a great talent. He got great potential. I can see a lot of upside. He's super upside guy. But I can't sit up here and be mad at my team for cutting him because we had no idea. We didn't really need him. We didn't even know what he was going to be. We just didn't want him to lead the team. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't want him to lead the team because we knew he had a lot of potential. Shout out to T. Richburg with the $3 super sticker. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for your support. But let's not make that understand. Let's not get that twisted. We wanted Isaiah Land. We never needed him. So that's the difference behind that. So I'm not surprised about that either. I just don't like it. Just because we don't need it, that don't mean I gotta like it. That's all it is. I just didn't like it, y'all. I just didn't like it. He's a very capable player with a high ceiling that we just can't have everything, y'all. That's all that is. We got nice things already. It's very hard to break this roster right now. Mike McCarthy has made this roster competition on a whole nother level. That's why I got him on my thumbnail today, because Big Mike Soprano has made his team so solid that regular people just can't even sniff the field. They can't. Regular people, like, even though you got potential, you might be a nice player, but if you ain't checking all the boxes, you can't even crack the field on this team. That's how good this team is. That's how good this team is. I'm telling y'all right now, this team is so good that you got to check every box to be on this team. You can't be just talented, because we just seen what happened to Kelvin Joseph. He was talented, but he ain't had a mindset. Look at Big Bo Hannah. He had the potential, but he ain't had a mindset. He didn't put it all together. That was my guy, but it was obviously something that kept him off the field. You need all different aspects to crack this roster. That's how strong of a team we got. That just represents how well this roster has been built. And that's contributed to Mr. Mike McCarthy, Big Mike Soprano, who I said he is.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Put some respect on his name. Shout out to Craven Cowboy, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support my YouTube sister. Y'all make sure y'all go support her. And shout out to the HTM raid. It's still going on, man. Hey, y'all, when I do a raid, y'all better show up for me now. Y'all better show up for me, because HTM showing out. That's my guy. He got y'all coming in, coming hard, coming out hard like Ball and G. Miss Elder said 54 likes and 90 in the chat. Good grief. It ain't time to cry yet, Miss Elder. It's still early. They still got to stretch their fingers out. You know what I'm saying? They got to stretch their finger all the way out so they can hit that like button. It's still early. They got me, Miss Elder. They got me. Let's see. But yeah, man, Isaiah Land was a want, not a need. Okay. Tyrus Wheat. Okay, he was a defensive end. We super loaded right there. We can't be mad at that. We just can't. We can't. He wasn't gonna move the needle either way. I didn't really see him flash much at all. Okay, Jalen Marino Cropper, he flashed early in camp, but come on, man, this wide receiving core is loaded. We can't expect to keep everybody. And, even though I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm kind of opposed to Jalen Brooks making his roster. If we talking about actual production, I don't know about that. I'm just being real. We know that was just because he's drafted. That was the Bastard versus the Suns. What it is, that was the Bastard versus Suns that Boss Cowboy talked about. That was that metaphor right there. That's all that was. Because Jalen Brooks flashed early, but he disappeared in preseason. You can't tell me, you cannot make a case that he was better than Dennis Houston. Y'all know I got upset about that yesterday, but I don't want to do that no more. Let me get up off of that. Good grief. And just speaking of Dennis Houston, you can't tell me that man was better than Dennis Houston, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm done with it. I'm not going to get upset about that today. I'm going to leave it alone. Dontario Drummond. I like Drummond better than him. I'm just being real. Y'all know I like Drummond. Tyrus Johnson. Tell me this. Look, If it was no politics, didn't the dude Tyron Johnson, that's 80. Tell me he ain't have all kind of big games. Could you compare his numbers to Jalen Brooks? Tell me that. This right here just let you know, like, okay, it ain't just pure numbers. Because, look, I'm not saying that the Billy Johnson kid is that good. But if we look at his numbers, what Jalen Brooks did over him. This boy Johnson had a 90-yard game. See, that's all I'm saying. I just want y'all to put it into perspective. Some of these guys, they were going to have to move the mountain. They was going to have to part the sea to get on this team. It wasn't nothing they could do to get on this team, actually. So, you know, the Billy Johnson kid was one of them. But ain't no way you can make a case that his numbers, it ain't no way you can say that Jalen Brooks' numbers look better than his. Because Jalen Brooks had no numbers. Like, Jalen Brooks had no numbers. So, okay. Craven Cowboy said Houston was better, but not by much. Brooks had tougher catches, in my opinion. Yeah, but I'm talking about Houston been steady since last year from training camp, and he actually showed up in the preseason games. My biggest pushback on this is it really matters to me that you can't transition this stuff from the training camp to preseason. He failed to do that. So how could I have faith in him transitioning to the real game? How do you demand a roster spot for that? That's all I'm saying. If you can't transition from camp to preseason, that's alarming. Because from preseason to the regular season, that's a tremendous jump. That's a leap right there. That's all I'm saying. Now, I ain't up here campaigning against Jalen Brooks, but what I'm just saying is I just want y'all to see the politics involved. I hope the young man turn into a great player, but I just want y'all to see that it's not just pure production. It's not just pure, this guy's better than this guy. No, it's politics involved. That's all I'm putting emphasis on. I'm just letting you know it's politics involved in these decisions. Because if it was pure this man versus this man, you wouldn't have felt that way about these two players. You couldn't make that case. So I just want y'all to understand it is politics involved in this situation, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Malik Davis. We already know that. Y'all know I like Malik. But, you know, he didn't have a good preseason showing. I can't make an argument for you when, you know, when we did the roll call, you wasn't present, sir. You know, we called everybody's name and Malik did not raise his hand. So we was looking for you all preseason. We did not see you, sir. Alec Lindstrom, I mean, you know, he's not a needle mover. Brooke Hoffman, I seen him make some plays, but no needle mover. Seth Green, he ain't moving nobody needle. Sean McKeon, though. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I went back and looked at my show from yesterday or the other day. Man, I kind of laid it on Sean McKeon. I'm sorry. I kind of laid it on Sean McKeon, man. It ain't nothing against the young man, but I just need you to convince me to make your case to why you should be on this roster. That's all I want, bro. Excuse me. Like, I'm not being biased. I'm trying to take all the biasness out. I'm trying to take all the politics out. Just give me a solid reason why you deserve a roster spot. And I told you when Mike McCarthy talked about Sean McKeon yesterday, what happened? He said he was talking about he said mentorship. He said everything but on field play. And I knew that was alarming to me. He talking about this man in the classroom, every room except for the field. He talked about him everywhere else. That right there was alarming to me. That right there, to me, I said that wouldn't warrant him a roster spot. And it didn't. So it makes sense to me that Sean McKeon didn't make it. Who else? D'Angelo. I don't even know who this guy is, just being real, y'all. D'Angelo Mendel, you know, no disrespect, but I don't know you. Sheldon Redwine, he got hurt, but I mean, he wasn't going to make the team. Quinn Bohanna, I told y'all I was a little disturbed by that. I felt like Quinn Bohanna deserved to be on this team. I felt like he would have been a perfect candidate to spell Jonathan Hankins when he needed a breather or two. I really did. Ben Bandicoot, something like that. Crash Bandicoot, I don't know. But, 94, I seen him flash a couple times, but he's not a needle mover. Earl Bostic, not a needle mover. Butler, no. Trent Sieg, you got to have a long snapper now. What y'all do? Trap. This man the only long snapper on the roster, and they let him go. This is not the final 53. They still got some more manipulating to do, some more finagling to do for this roster. Isaac Alacon, I could have told you that last year, I could have told you that last year. I'm sorry. But let's see. Jose Barbone, I could have told you that at the beginning of camp. Miles Brooks, that one too. Coyle, I didn't really. Every time he got more opportunities than I thought he probably would, but he didn't show up good at all, and hardly none of them to me. Like every time I seen him, I wanted him off the field. Like every time I seen that young man get some reps, I wanted him off the field. Just being honest. Okay, Princeton Fant. I like Princeton Fant potential, but I just feel like he's too much of a tweener. He's gonna have to find somebody who's just very fond of him with a lower level roster. We super strong with the tight ends. We got 3 solid tight ends, and fullback is not a real position. Princeton Fant is a tweener. It's always hard for tweeners that's not great, and it's hard to find a place for him. He's a tight end, but he's only 6'2". So like that's not gonna make it in the league typically. So hopefully he find him a creative coach that just really fond of him, that give him a shot. Matt Farniak, I thought he would make the team because he's been on the team, but the young guys outplayed him, and that if that's the case, I'm fine with it. But Simi Faye Hoku, I kind of laid it on Simi yesterday too, y'all. I laid it on Simi. Oh no, I laid it on Simi pretty thick yesterday, but he deserved it though. I just couldn't make no case for him to make this roster, so I understood that part too. I understood that he didn't deserve a roster spot. We could just move on that. He did not deserve a roster spot. You can't make a case for Simi being in year 3 or 4, being in year 4 and making this team after what you seen from him. It's no way possible for you to do that. Darrell Johnson. I don't know who that is. I'm just being real with y'all. Chuma Edoga. We traded for him. I think he'll be back. I believe with him, this is roster manipulation. He got hurt early in camp. We didn't see him do anything. I believe he got hurt the first day of camp. It was very early. So I don't think we'll cut him. We probably just doing some roster manipulation. CJ Goodwin, he coming back. This is pure roster manipulation right here. Malik Jefferson got released. They said they probably gonna try to get him back. And Will Grier, it makes me sad. That I like Will Grier. And then the infamous guy, Mr. HTM Sports favorite player, nameplate. I believe this is the guy, Alex Taylor Prelude. He got cut, but I actually seen him playing kind of well when they showed him. But Mr. Nameplate had to hit the gate. Y'all know that. Trap. But that is the people who did not last. Those are the people who did not last. So, with the 53-man roster, let's see who we have here. Okay. Of course, Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. Even though, that's not my cup of tea. Trey Lance. Okay, the new guy. Tony Pollard, Deuce Vaughn, Rico Dowdle. Hunter Luepke is interesting, y'all. Hunter Luepke is interesting. Like, whether you want to admit it or not, that's interesting for him. I felt like he'll make this team, but I just want to see how we going to play this throughout the next coming weeks, because there's other positions that we need to go longer at. And, contrary to us having this many running backs and fullbacks and stuff, like I don't know how that's gonna work out, but we'll see. But let's see. Who we was talking about? Lupke, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Jalen Tolbert. Cavante Turpin listed as a wide receiver. We knew he was going to make the roster, but wide receiver is crazy. Jalen Brooks, I just told you my sentiments on that, But the kid do have upside, but I'm just talking about right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm talking about today, August the 30th. That's what I'm talking about. What has he done? He's a draft pick. That's why he's on the team. Jake Ferguson, tight end, of course. Luke Schoonmaker, paying him the shot. We got a pretty strong 3 tight ends. We usually go 4 deep, but this roster is so tough. Like, some of those positions just going to have to be short. Tyron Smith, of course. Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz. Awesome Richards, the rookie. TJ Bass. Most of our draft picks, since Mike McCarthy been on here, right? Since Mike McCarthy been our coach, I don't think no draft pick has got cut. No. Mike McCarthy is super draft and develop guy. That's one thing I noticed. But one thing, let's see. Yeah, he just super draft and develop guy. So we ain't even got to go too deep on that. But I'm excited about Austin Richards. I like what I seen with him. TJ Bass is one of the only undrafted free agents that made this football team. Last year we had, like 3 or 4. This year we only had 2. That's a testament to how much improved, how great of a team we done built. We really did. Trap. Shout out to Mike McCarthy, Will McClay. We always give Will McClay all the credit, but I think y'all need to know that Mike McCarthy is involved. He's not just there looking in the air, twiddling his thumbs. Mike McCarthy is involved in his team building process as well. I don't think he get no credit for that at all. But okay, Micah Parsons, D-Law, Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Izzo Odigizua, Jonathan Hankins, Mozzie Smith, Neville Gallimore is interesting. Neville Gallimore is very interesting. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. I don't know what. Neville did show up the last couple preseason games, though. I give you that. He did flash a couple of times. So I wouldn't say this is all the way politics, but I'm going to keep my eye on Neville Gallimore. Chancey Golston. I like Chancey, but I don't recall seeing Chancey doing a whole lot this offseason. So, but I do like Chancey. Fiame Fahoku, come on now. We know what that is. Leighton Vander Esch, of course. Damone Clark. Devin Harper has played ball. That's one of my guys. I like him. Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland. Jordan Lewis is very interesting. He kind of screwed up a lot of people today. Jordan Lewis screwed up a lot of people today, though. Real talk. Do y'all look at Jordan Lewis as a progress stopper right now? Because I like Jordan Lewis. I think him as a 3rd or 4th cornerback, I believe he'll be gangster. He'll be dope at that. So I'm not worried about him. Then he a veteran. I like Jordan Lewis in a 4th cornerback role. But he kind of sort of a progress stopper right now. I think so. What y'all think about that? Let me know. While I get the answers, I'll move on. Okay. Jordan Lewis, Nation Wright has been hurt for a long time now. Eric Scott, he had some glowing reports at the beginning of the camp. Noah Igbenogany, that's the person that we traded for Kelvin Joseph, unfortunately. J-Ron Kurtz, Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, Israel Mukwamu, they count him as a safety. Marquise Bell, now they saying he gonna be a linebacker half the time. Ranye Thomas, that's very surprising. I'm happy for that young man. After I read his story, you gotta root for guys like that. Brandon Autry, the 2-time back-to-back champion, USFL champion. And Brian Anger. Okay, let's move on. Y'all ain't gonna. I ain't never let y'all live that down, man. That's the only team we got, bro. What you want me to do? I ain't got no other team to gloat with but Alabama. So, trap topics of the day, man. This is the top topics of the day, Let's get into it. Trey Lance speaks. What you speaking about? What you got to say, young man? What does young man got to say?
Be here first and foremost. Just excited to continue to get to know the guys, and obviously, for me, it's just learning, taking it one day at a time. Not really trying to look too far forward or anything like that, but really right now, just kind of be a sponge and learn and enjoy.
This what I look. I should have gave y'all what I got out of this first. Okay, pay attention to this. One thing you'll notice, right? We set up and talked about it. These people swear up and down, they swear by it, that Dak Prescott's job is in shambles right now. They say that Dak Prescott is over. You need to watch out. Watch out, Dak. Watch over your shoulders. Be scared. They say Dak is shaking in his boots right now. But, not to disrespect the young man, because I do believe he got talent. I do believe he got a lot of upside. But I want y'all to pay attention to this, because this is very telling right here. Some people might have didn't catch this, but pay attention. In this interview, we're going to do a learner counter. This man said the word learn and develop and what you call it, learn, sponge, stuff like that. Let's just see how many times he say stuff like that.
Yeah,
Dallas morning.
So y'all can't hear? Can't nobody hear this? Let's see. Y'all sure? Give me a one if y'all can hear this.
So we haven't had a chance to talk to you yet. Just your emotion.
Let me check myself, because some of y'all phones be tweaking and then y'all say it's me. I got to see. Let me check myself. Y'all can't hear this? I can hear. Somebody on Facebook said I can hear. Is it a YouTube issue? What's going on? One. Everybody saying one. Some of y'all might need to do y'all phone. Yeah, I can't turn it up no more. I got it turned up as much as I can.
Kind of how you're going to proceed here.
Very excited to be here, first and foremost. Just excited to continue to get to know the guys. And obviously, for me, it's just learning, taking it one day at a time.
Two.
Not really trying to look too far forward or anything like that, but really right now just kind of be a sponge and learn and enjoy every day.
It sounds like it's it sounds like it's loud to me on my end, on my phone. I don't know.
Last couple of days. And when did you get in, and what have you done with the coaches?
I got in a few days ago. Definitely been, a little bit of a whirlwind, but it's been awesome. Finally, now these last couple of days, getting to know the guys, being in the building. I know it's been, a tough couple days these last 2 days with everything that goes on, in this league. But just for me, it's been trying to learn as much as I possibly can, trying to spend as much time with our coaching staff.
Man, look, this man said learn like 147 times already. Make no mistake about that, but they saying Dak in trouble.
And obviously learning from Dak and Kupp as much as I can.
Learning again. He said learning again.
Can you just talk about the welcome you got from Dak and what you can learn from Dak?
Yeah, I mean, he welcomed me with open arms. This morning was the first time I ran into him. But yeah, I mean, that meant a lot to me. I know it's this business is crazy. But for me, like I said, I'm not looking forward at all. I'm just really trying to take it one day at a time, and these guys obviously played at a very high level for a very long time. So nothing but, obviously just tons and tons of respect for him, as I think he deserves and gets from across the league. So for me, just trying to learn everything I possibly can from him.
Man, look, how many times did this young man say learn, y'all? Trap. See, that right there lets me know that, San Fran wasn't willing to get his man the proper time that he needed. You know what I'm saying? He needed to develop, and they was not with that. This man said learn, sponge. 1 day at a time. Learn. Like, look at all those key words. This man needs to learn. He needs to develop. Right now, at this moment in time, he's a project. We're going to have to take our time. He's an oven player. We're going to have to let that thing roast and marinate. We gotta give him time to grow. Give him time to blossom. He is a high reward, low risk player at this point in time. Right now, he is no risk. It's a 4th round pick. On the upside, you get a franchise quarterback. On the low side, maybe you get a starter or somebody you can trade for. You know what I'm saying? A trade piece. It's not that big of a deal like the mainstream media wants you to know. They saying Dak is in trouble. Dak is in shambles. It's terrible. Y'all need to get ready. Like, bro, it's not that big of a deal, y'all. I just want y'all to know that Dak Prescott's job is safe. This young man is here to learn, like you heard what he said.
Welcome again, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. What do you feel of some of the
For me, I mean, like I said, just one day at a time. So.
Trap.
Man, listen. Trey Lance, this man asked you what do you bring to the he asked you what you bring to the quarterback room. He said, man, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm just trying to learn. Like, he's not on that type of time, man. This young man understands where he is in his career, and he understands what he's trying to get. He knows it's going to take hard work. He's going to have to learn a whole lot of stuff, and that's all he's trying to do. It's all the mainstream medias and stuff like that, the Stephen A's and all of these guys that's making these type of narratives, man. That's what they doing. They making these narratives. This is not what's really going on behind the team walls in the locker room. That's not what's going on.
First and foremost, I gotta learn to have an opportunity to.
Hey, what that learn counter is, y'all? What that learn counter is?
Anything to help anyone in that room or anyone on our offense. So for me, like I said, that's really what I'm focused on. It's just learning enough to be able
What that learn counter is, y'all?
to contribute.
Trey, sounds like a nice bonus for you to have Hunter on the roster, and what's your relationship been like with him, and being able to be teammates with him again?
Yeah, getting to see Hunter, got to see him today, man. Was super excited. Obviously for him, got to watch his last preseason game, man. He had a great game, so it's going to be awesome for me to have a familiar face. A few guys I had crossed paths with in the last few years, but him definitely having spent that time and came into college with him would be awesome.
Trey. Trey, Nick Harris, DallasCowboys.com. What do you feel like you can learn from Dak Prescott?
Man, everything.
Everything.
Trap.
Man, that learn counter is up. Like, I wish I had the graphic where you could just ding, ding, ding every time he said.
Type of person he is. I think first and foremost, I think everyone knows that, with the Walter Payton Man of the Year and things like that. But how he treats people, how I've seen him treat people just in the building these few days. The few conversations I had with him, just texting him when I had my ankle injury, things like that. Just the type of person he is, and obviously, the football stuff kind of speaks for itself. I'm still trying to learn.
I'm sorry.
Day one install. So for me, obviously got a long way to go there, but definitely looking forward to just being a sponge, like I said, just soaking
Sponge count is learned too. I want y'all to know that.
everything up I can from him.
Where are you health-wise? Do you feel 100% on everything?
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Hold on. Let's get this down. Does sponge count as learned? Because I feel like it does. Sponge count as learned too. He said sponge about 4 times too. So this man is here to learn, y'all. This is not what y'all think it is. This don't got nothing to do with Dak Prescott today. Maybe in the future, maybe in a couple of years. This man just said learn. He trying to learn the offense for one. I'm not finna act like he's trying to learn how to play football, but he is trying to learn the offense. He just told you he in day one install. He's trying to learn about, about being a quarterback in this league, about being a professional in this league, about trying to make his impression on the team, about being a backup quarterback. It's a lot of stuff he got to learn. He got to learn a lot of stuff. This dude came from like a one-read system at North Dakota State. My bad. Good grief. This dude came from a one-read system. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't running no complex scheme over there. So it's a lot of stuff this man had to learn. And the 49ers was not the type of team that's finna wait on him. So I just wanted y'all to say that. Was anybody count what the learner count was? Because this man, if anything that represented this interview lets you know what represented this interview better than the word learn. This man said learn, sponge, learn, one day at a time. One day at a time kind of say the same thing to me. Does one day at a time mean learn too? Let me know. Is y'all gonna count that as learn too? Let me know. Somebody said it's at 15. Joshua said it's at 15. Shout out to B Bird with the $5 super, man. I appreciate you, sir. I really do. Y'all know these supers and cash apps that keep the trap lights on, man. It's kind of hard out here for a content creator at times, so I really do appreciate y'all. But he says, let's see. He said Jerry has issues with Dak/agent. He traded for Trey just in case the negotiations fall through in the offseason. Dak extension will shut up everyone. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do. He need to go and sign Dak before the regular season. That's exactly right, B-Bird. I feel like that'll be the best thing for the team, for the organization. I feel like it'll give everybody that extra jetpack in their back for when the season starts. I feel like it'll rejuvenate the whole locker room. Just pay Dak and leave the man alone. He said, all I heard was, I'm here for Dak job. That what you think it was? Trap. You might have to get them ears checked, Shoutouts, because all I heard was, man, I'm just trying to learn. And then learn was the poster child. That would be if I made a video with that interview, my thumbnail had the word learn on there very big, because that's all he said the whole interview. But, that's expected. He's a young player. He got a lot to learn. So, I think that's fair. But injury news, it was good to see Mr. Jordan Lewis, even though he might be a semi-progress stopper, but, he said, y'all know I'm trolling.
No, the tough part is over. For real, but it's honestly just seeing if I can go out there and perform to my best ability against somebody else, because I can do all the breaks and cuts and stuff like that, but it's just now, getting back in the fold of, actually playing football against people.
When did you know that you weren't going to, or that you weren't going to be on top, that they were going to play on Dak?
Britt Brown had told me, I think 2 days ago, like last night, that night he told me, and I was so excited, man. So, I ain't tweeted out. I'm done with that, Clarence. I'm evolving.
I thought that was funny right there. Jordan Lewis said, I'm evolving, man. I'm trying to get over the Twitter stuff.
Hey, I got to mature a little bit.
Jordan, what are you doing? What do you think will be like the biggest challenge in overcoming a significant injury? Is it getting your game?
I know the interview was low. That ain't me. That's pretty much the .com is always low. If you watch the interviews on Dallas.com or most of these other places, the interview will be low. But shout out to Patrick No.C. Walker. He says, what are the biggest hurdles getting over a significant injury? That's what he asked.
Come back as far as stamina and game wind, or is it just a mental aspect?
It's really just feeling football again. Going against people and understanding, all of my techniques and exactly how I used to do
Oh, no.
I haven't done it for.
Oh, no. Miss Patrice says, shout out to you with the $1.99 for your mind. She says, roster news in the chat, landlord, Elder, and more. I already seen some bad news. Good grief. Who said it? Miss Elder, where she at? I already seen one. It's not good. They said Jalen Cropper is back. Okay, they re-signed him to the practice squad. I ain't mad at that. But I did see they say the Colts claimed Isaiah. Oh my God. Oh my God. He gonna make that team too. He might make that team. He might make the Colts. Man. I told y'all that, man. We already knew he went finna clear no waivers. What I said yesterday. Y'all can say he overrated. Y'all can say he ain't that good. What I said when I seen Isaiah Land got cut, I said, bro, them other GMs and them DCs, they seen that boy blasting off the edge just like I did. Just like we did. You remember? Who remember them watch parties I was watching him? I said, man, this dude first step is different now. Trap. That dude gonna get into that rotation. With the Colts, he gonna get in that rotation. Florida Cowboys said he might start for the Colts. Man, he gonna get in that rotation. They gonna see that first step, and they gonna give that kid some opportunities. So that's one beauty of the politic game, you know what I'm saying? From team to team, the politics will be different. You know what I'm saying? When they bring them in, they might be like, hey, we gonna give you an opportunity over here. He ain't got to deal with the same kind of politics that you'll have to deal with in Dallas. So he going to get another opportunity. And honestly, I'm happy for the young man to the point that he get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked him. Like I said, he was definitely a want. He wasn't a need. He was a want. I wanted a player of that caliber to stash on my roster just in case somebody like Dorrance Armstrong got hurt. If we... Let me chill out. I don't want to say that. Y'all might get mad at me if I said that, so I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna just move on. Let me know if y'all want me to say it anyway, though. Let me know if y'all want me to say it anyway. Shit. If y'all want me to say it anyway, I'll say it. Let me know. Let me know. Y'all feel like arguing today, let me know. Say, hey, landlord. Stand on it, landlord. Say, stand on it.
I'm silent and stand on whatever.
Hey, let me know if y'all feel like arguing. The original piece was said, don't say it. Hey, I'm going to get, let me see. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds. Whatever the what you call them is, whatever the results is, I'm going to leave it alone. Hey, y'all know I don't care. I say it. I don't care. Let's see. We got 10 more seconds. Whatever the vote is, we going with it. I don't care. We go. I knew y'all would miss it. I already know the trap. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know this one. I make this my trap take of the day. Hey, y'all can clip this. Y'all can do whatever you wanna do. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is my trap take of the day right here. Sir, when it comes to a pure pass rushing ability, if you say, hey, go beat that dude and get to the quarterback, I take Land over Darren Armstrong. Hey, bro, man, go watch the film. Before you challenge me and say I'm crazy, go watch the tape. Look at the traits. Go look at the traits. That's what I want you to do. Clip this, do what you want to do with it. It's the truth. I'm sorry. If you tell me, if we talking about pure ability, give me Land over this dude. I'm sorry. Y'all. I can't. I want this team to win, man. I don't care about how y'all feel about me. I don't care. I want this team to win, bro. I want to put out ideas that's going to make this team win, bro. That's what I want. So, you know, if I got to be the sacrificial lamb sometimes, it is what it is, man. I want 6. That's how much I want to win. You know, I want to put these winning ideas out here, bro. I'm telling you right now. Hey, y'all can feel how you want to feel. I just got to say it, bro. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Hey, if you tell me, if you line this boy up one-on-one, and this just off natural ability. Land ain't even got no skills yet. This man ain't got no skills yet. He don't got no hands yet. This dude ain't got no he probably ain't even wrestled with a plan yet. This dude ain't wrestled with a plan yet. He all raw, natural pass rushing ability. Dorrance Armstrong been in the league for years, bro. Know what I'm saying? He got Dorrance Armstrong gonna have to be a technician. He need to be sitting right. He need to be following DeMarcus Lawrence everywhere he go. That's what he need to be doing for him to be dominant. And this ain't no shot at him. This just the truth. Some people have natural roll out the bed and go get a sack ability. That's what Randy Gregory is. Isaiah Land kind of reminds you of a Randy Gregory. Somebody who just roll out the bed and this dude can rush the passer. He got natural bend. This dude first step is crazy. You can't say none of them things about Dorrance Armstrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, I'm telling you, man, I done been a victim of politics on the team, so that stuff bother me, man. And then that don't help your team be better. It don't. That don't help your team be better. That's the reason we be mad up here in January, because of politics. We be pissed off in January because of these politics, man. That's what it be. We sit up here and be like, man, why we can't get over the hump? Why we can't do this? Because of these politics. That's why. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta let it out, bro. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't take it. Cause it's like, bro, I've seen plenty of players be victims of this, man. I've seen plenty of players be victims of straight politics, man. And it's not fair. These kids work just like these other kids work. Because you don't like his attitude, or you don't like how he look, or you don't like how he act, or you know this man cousin or something, nepotism or something. All that stuff right there is a big hindrance to the betterment of a football team. And I'm sick of this. I've been seeing it in Little League, middle school. We've been seeing this everywhere, and I wish that shit just stopped, man. I'm sorry. I wish it just stopped, bro. Look, everybody in this chat box, y'all know I ain't lying, bro. It's certain stuff we just don't speak about. We see this stuff everywhere, man. We see this stuff everywhere. We see it in middle school. We see it in high school, little league. Just politics keeping good players out the field. That's sad, man. That's sad, man. I hate it, bro. For real, that really disturbs me. Because I done seen that happen too much, bro. I done seen that happen too much.
So going against somebody else, that's definitely one of the big challenges. Just getting the field back in my movements.
But no lie, that's the stuff that keep us away from 6. But man, I done got too mad right now. But let me give me a joke in there. I thought this was hilarious right here. I thought this was hilarious. This boy, Jerry, they act like Jerry Jones just thought that was Patrick Mahomes. Like, that dude looked like him in that picture, though. They stupid. That's stupid. That is crazy. That is crazy. But, yeah, man, I just had to get it. I had to get that out of my chest. I'm sorry. Like, hey, if we talking about pure natural rushing ability, don't ask me no more. Like, if you don't want me to argue, don't ask me no more. Trap. But J-Ron Curse look like he finna get that number 1 off of Kevin Joseph. Like right now, the kicker has number 1. You know that. You know he gonna get that. He gonna walk up to the kicker and just take that off of his chest. You know. Man, give me. He gonna just take that. So J-Ron look like, at first he been exploring the number change. To be honest, I didn't like him having 27. I think that's an ugly number. Just being real. I kind of liked it when he said 0. It would have been something interesting, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, for him to get 1, I think that'll be dope. That's his old number. But I don't like 27. I think he need to change it too. So maybe he finna get that number changed that he been looking for, that he been exploring. But I thought this was very interesting right here. Cowboys safety Ronye Thomas lost his childhood home to a fire his father set. Man, this is terrible. His mom and siblings slept in a car at an interstate rest stop. Today's 53-man roster is a step towards long-awaited stability. I have a chance to break a generational curse, sir. Trap. I think that's just beautiful for that young man right there, man. I'm so happy for him, because when you see stuff like that, man, you can't help but like root for players like that done been through everything, got it out the mud, didn't quit, and just kept pushing and pushing until he got some out of it. But it was interesting. This is an interesting stat from him. This is why he made the team. Ronye Thomas, at 82.8, was the second highest graded player on the Cowboys, recording 3 tackles, allowing 0 catches on 1 target, 24 coverage snaps, and the second highest graded run defender for 78.8, 1 stop and 1 PBU. This young man playing like he got something to get. Like he on it. Trap. That man was not playing around. Like he playing like he had something to get, man. And I love it. But shout out to that young man for making the roster, man. Like, it takes a different level of mental toughness, not to give up, to keep going and go get what you feel like you deserve in this world. This man said he trying to break generational curses. And, a lot of people can relate. I know I can. So, we trying to break generational curses these days. But shout out to the Dolphins and the Cowboys for trading the friend of the show, Mr. Kevin Joseph, I don't like that. I don't like them giving up on KJ so early, but it is what it is. The Miami Dolphins are sending 2020 first round pick Noah Igbenogany to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for cornerback Kevin Joseph and a 2021 second round pick, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. I don't like it. Don't like it, of course. Don't like it. We don't know this young man. But like I said, man, the Noah Igbenogany guy, he's a hometown kid, so it's nothing against him. He out my city. He went to here at Trustville. And his mom and dad track stars. He got some good DNA. You know, it's a lot of upside I see from the kid, but we'll have to see. He's basically Kelvin Joseph. It was a swap of two troubled guys. You know what I'm saying? Florida Cowboy at the Cash App is Landlord723. So I appreciate anything you do to contribute, sir. It says Noah Igbenogany stats as a Dolphin. Shout out to Law Nation Sports. He says 32 games played, 29 tackles, 0 sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 5 PBUs. So, like we said, he's an athletic guy. He runs a 4.4. I got his measurements and stuff on here. Yeah. Definitely can't see it because it's too little on my screen. I don't know if y'all can see it, but let's see. Okay, my eyes bad now. It's a 4. He run a 4.48. In the 10. Well, in the shuffle, he runs a 1.61. 15 reps. I think that's pretty decent for him. Let's see. Another thing I wanted to show, his overview. I'll read it off my phone. I don't know if y'all can see it, but my eyes is not that good anymore. So let me see. My screen is not big as y'all's. So okay. The overview, stocky but explosive receiver turned cornerback whose play generates both intrigue and concern. He's extremely physical from the snap to the whistle with his strength to alter routes, timing from pass. He's a good athlete with plus bursts to close. He's naturally aggressive to ambush catch tries. Staying in phase and vertical plane is a challenge, and pattern recognition is surprisingly average. Improving is likely with more experience and technique, but playing with downfield poise is not granted. It's not guaranteed. He's good in run support and offers early special teams help as he continues to learn his craft. They say his strengths are very strong and very physical, explosive athleticism, tremendously competitive with outstanding practice habits. That sounds very good. Repetitive strikes to inside shoulder help grind on the release, instant acceleration to open and chase, low center of gravity for quicker change of direction, shows ability to early recovery in short spaces. Aggressive challenges diminish receivers' focus at the catch point. Heavy chops through receivers' arms and hands force incompletions. Good balance and radar as open field tackler. He pretty much sound like Kelvin Joseph almost. Shout out to West Coast Cowboy in the building, man. How you doing, sir? Y'all make sure y'all go support my YouTube brother, you know. But yeah, if you ask me, his strengths, he pretty much sound like Kelvin Joseph. So let's look at his weaknesses. Very raw, just 2 years playing a position. I told y'all that in my video. He was a former wide receiver. He played wide receiver at Auburn. Lacks natural footwork and fluidity in space. That's concerning. So maybe you put him on the boundary. I think they looking at him as a boundary guy. Inconsistent mirroring, release, and timing up his openings. That's very concerning. Slow to start what he sees from off coverage. Eye balance between receiver and quarterback is lacking. I don't like none of this stuff right here. Plays with all power and finesse. Wait a minute, that's bad. Well, I guess so. Below average at staying in phase with the route. Panic sets in with the back to the ball. Yellow flags find him when he doesn't find the ball. Tackles up high and needs to lower his aim target. So man. Some of this stuff to me, he basically sounded like who? He sounded like Kelvin Joseph to me. You might as well say he Kelvin Joseph. So the only thing I see the difference is like they gotta really just look at the mindset. The mindset is like, okay, I feel like I can fix this dude. He's more willing to be fixed compared to this other dude. Miss Jacket says 163 in the chat with AC. Y'all be doing me super bad. Now that ain't even halfway. I got to cry. Oh my. Look at the disappointment on this young man's face. You got me walking around with my head down. How you gonna disappoint a baby? What more do you want from me? Now you got me staring out the window. Now I gotta give you that ugly cry. Oh my goodness, man. Y'all don't be like that. Don't be acting eaglish now. Hit that like a shell for the squad. Y'all know, man. Don't be acting eaglish now. Don't be acting that way. Y'all know, man. Y'all know we gotta get them likes and shares up, man. That's just distasteful right now. That's distasteful. Yeah. Hey, y'all know I'm silly, man. I love that. That ugly cry, legendary. But y'all, man, that ugly cry is legendary. Yeah, they screwing me over. If it ain't even halfway, you know, we almost got double people in here compared to likes. B Bird said if he don't play special teams like Kelvin Joseph, then we lost in this trade. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, B Bird. Y'all know I don't like this move, real talk. And this a hometown kid. This boy from down the street, you know. And I favor Kelvin Joseph. I felt like he started making a turn in preseason. Like he had a rough camp. He did, but he started showing up and being pretty solid in preseason. So, you know, who knows? Miami might have got a decent player. I don't like that. You know, it is what it is. We can't win them all, though, B-Bird. Unfortunately, we can't win them all. But let's see. Who's out there in free agency, though? Who can we go pick up? Y'all? Trap. We can, West Coast. It's up to y'all. You know, my people got to spin back for me, though. They got to spin back. Mr. Deion Jones, shout out to Tom Downing. The Panthers cutting Deion Jones is interesting given his ties to Dan Quinn and the Cowboys linebacker depth issues. Like most dudes cut today, that he didn't make the roster should raise red flags along with his age. Wonder if the Cowboys just simply decide to go heavy at safety. That's very interesting. But to me, I wouldn't mind Deion Jones. I wouldn't mind him because I know him and Dan Quinn got a history. But I know I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Christian Kirksey. I think that ain't a bad idea either. But we need some linebacker depth for sure. We do. We need a linebacker. We got 3 linebackers right now. We can't go into the season with 3 linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rap studios in Dallas. Man, hey, I'm going to be real with y'all too. You know, he's no longer a Cowboy, Kelvin Joseph. But just on some big brother, little brother stuff, him in Miami sound pretty terrible, though. It sounds troubling. Kelvin Joseph in Miami sound like trouble. I just pray that young man find somebody who can reach him and he can, you know what I'm saying, focus on football so he won't squander his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that ain't the case. I hope he be able to capitalize and do what he need to do to succeed. But I really think that's concerning. Him in Miami sounds like trouble. Miami is a troubling city. Yeah, it's too much to do in Miami. Like, I hope he just focus on football, man. I really do. But I guess HTM and West Coast want to do a show, so we finna crank this thing on up. Did somebody hit the cash up? Somebody asked, but I ain't see it. I want to give you props before we go. Nah, nobody hit the cash up. Okay. But make sure y'all hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure y'all support Landlord Sports. And hey, like y'all know what we say. We doing the spin back gang, you know. Spin back gang. That's what we doing. We need y'all to spin right back. We finna start right back up. So y'all make sure y'all support. Let's get it.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's go. Hey. Y'all hit that like and share. And make sure y'all spin back, gang. Where my SBGs at? I missed the B-Bird. I missed the B-Bird. I know I seen one on B-Bird. Oh, okay. My bad, B-Bird. I ain't see this one. You know, when I be on the other screen, I can't see anything. But he says, 199, he says what he did at FAMU, he did in the preseason. Who you was talking about, B-Bird? Real quick before we go. Who we was talking about? B-Bird? One time before we go. Who you was talking about? Land. Isaiah Land. Absolutely. And we seen Dan Quinn scouting him 2 years prior. I'm surprised Dan Quinn let him get out the building. But make sure y'all spin back, man. Where my SBGs at? Make sure y'all come back, spin back for the game. I appreciate all the love and support. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.